Nicole here at Continental Sewing Center, and today we are going to talk about the Brother Flat Brim hat hoop in all of its 3 pieces. We have the 3 pieces that come in the box. We have the docking station that will attach to your stand or your table. We have the chassis that attaches to the machines. And then we have the hat hoop. Pro tip, order a second hat hoop when you're doing multiple hats so you always have one to go and you don't lose time. So we have our docking station and we have our Brother PR stand, and it comes with the docking station holder, and you can put this on the left side or the right side, your personal preference. We are going to attach it to the station holder, and there is a toggle switch on the bottom. You're just going to tighten it up, and that gives you the place to attach your hats to it. If you do not have the Brother stand, this docking station, put it on there a little too tight there, will also attach to a table. And just tighten it down the same way. Today we are on the Brother 1060W. This hat hoop that we are using today will work with the Brother 6 and 10 needle, as well as their single needles, as well as the baby lock equivalent. We have tested this hat hoop up to the Brother PR 620. I'm not sure if it'll work with the 600 or the 600 version 2. You will want to check that, but we have tested those for you and it does work. The first step of attaching your hat chassis to the machine is going to be removing the A arm with the 2 small screws and taking them out. And we're going to set the arm off to the side. We then have our hat chassis. When you take it out of the box, it does have 2 small screws right here at the top. You will want to take those out. Pro tip, make sure you remove these. You'll understand why in a moment. And loosen the 2 bottom screws on the bottom. And we're going to go to the machine. We're going to set our screws down so we have both hands. The circular piece faces you, and it's going to slide on. And then you have 2 pieces here. I like to think of it as a sandwich, bottom and top. And then we're going to take our bottom piece that we loosen the 2 bottom larger screws, and that's going to go right in the middle. And then the top piece is going to slide to the tabs on the top. You're going to push back with your thumb on the main circle to make sure that the brackets are fully to the back, and tighten the bottom screws first, both left and right. And you want those to be snug. Then you're going to take the 2 small screws that you took out of the center top, and you're going to put those in the top of the hoop to attach the chassis on the top. And you want those to also be snug. If you forget to remove the 2 small screws from the center, your hat hoop will not move freely and it will make a terrible grinding sound. And then you will be calling your dealer and asking what's wrong with your machine. Avoid that. Take the screws out and use them to attach to the machine. Now we are ready to hoop up our hat. So we have our hat hoop. We are going to unlock our hat hoop and remove the horseshoe. Set it to the side, and we are going to take our hat hoop and we are going to slide it flush on and snap it in. Then we are going to take our hat stabilizer, and linked below will be our 500 count stabilizer that we sell here, and I love to use for every hat that I do. Perfect sized. And it's going to slide right here in the groove that Brother has designed for us. And fit equally. Then I'm going to take my hat hoop, or my hat to my hoop. I'm going to pull the sweatband out, and I'm going to roll that bill just a tad. I'm going to hold it all into place. Then I'm going to take my horseshoe back. Please do not pull it apart. Just gently hold it. And these teeth are going to go right into the seam of the bill and the hat. Slide that on. You've got one little mark that sticks up a little bit higher than the others, and that is your center placement. And you want to get that as close to the center line if your hat has that center line. Then we're going to kind of hold it all together and gently lift up, and these bottom pieces are going to fit into these slots. Keeping everything together, trying to keep it all straight, and I promise this gets easier as you do it. I'm going to then come down below before I push it all the way down. Okay, so we are going to lock our hat with this toggle switch, and then you will hear the ratchet sound to make sure that your hat is fully secure on the hat hoop. So you also have your little line here in the center that sits up a little higher than the rest, and you want it to be right in the center of your hat when you are adjusting it. And there we go. And you hear that ratchet sound with your hoop locked so that you know everything is fully lined up, and you'll have one final lineup. Okay, so to remove the hat hoop from the hat hoop holder, you're just going to put your thumbs right, or your fingers on the back side of these little black brackets and pull forward. And then everything is hooped and happy. Then we're going to take it to the machine. The last step before we attach our hat to the machine is going to be to attach our needle plate spacer. This comes when you purchase the machine in your accessory box. If you need another one, click the link below. We keep these in stock and they are very helpful. What they do is they take your flat needle plate and round it so that it fits the shape of your hat. Now we are going to take our hat, we're going to turn it at an angle, and we're going to slide it right underneath the needles, and then we're going to turn it upright, and we're going to click it in. I hold it on the back of my chassis and use my thumb positions on the hat hoop and snap it right in. Okay. Just like on the hat hoop holder, your chassis has the same bracket system. So it's got these two rollers and this U-pin that you want to snap the hat hoop into, and you want to snap it on the holder as well as the chassis. So you want to make sure everything is lined up and it will snap right in. When you pull up your design, whether it be wirelessly with a Wi-Fi capable machine or with your USB flash drive, the beauty of the Brother machines or the Baby Lock is the machine knows that we are working with our hat hoop. It shows it up on the top of the screen, so therefore when I pull up my designs, it will do a little magic trick and it'll automatically flip my design for me. Give it just a moment. There it goes. The design is showing. When I push set and edit end, it'll automatically flip it upside down on the screen, but it'll stitch it right side up on our hat. I'm going to show you how I line up my design with the real-time camera on our Brother 1060W. We're going to press our camera feature and it will align. I'm going to turn my cursor on and I can see that it's not quite in the center. So I'm just going to use my arrows and I'm going to slide that over just a few little clicks to get it right in the center of my design of my hat on that center marking that my hat has. And you can see my hand in there for real-time camera. I'm going to turn my camera off. And always before you stitch, do the trace outline. This shows an imaginary box of where the design is going to stitch to make sure the machine is properly aligned. I wanted to show you the difference between the two Brother hat hoops. Actually, there's three. But the first one I'm going to talk about is the one that we're using today, the Brother Flat Brim hat hoop versus the original 6-needle hat hoop. You can see the same design, the same style of hat, and I'm going to use my thumbs and we're going to look at the spacing. I've got my thumb right at the bill, and you can see how much closer our flat brim hat hoop was able to get us versus on the original hat hoop. With the flat brim hat hoop, you were able to get closer to the bill to give you that lower look of a design. Gives you a better spacing as well. The third and final hat hoop works with the 10 needles only, Brother and Baby Lock, and it is the wide brim hat hoop, which means it goes ear to ear to give you those longer logos. All of the things that we talked about today will be linked below in the comment section. If you have any questions, please comment and we'll be happy to answer. Thank you and have a great day.